I think you got crash course plan. We are going to discuss stoichiometry or some basic concepts of chemistry starting onwards. Anyway, within the 1 hour, again, we can't discuss completely. We'll discuss main points related some problems. If you need detailed theory, let me know again. We'll discuss which concept you need. I think so. Most of the people have my number. You can send. That's we'll discuss next class. Okay. So now we can start. So in this case, so many sub-concepts is there. Stoichiometric calculations, one of the main concept. Calculations. In this case, main thing is limiting reagent. And next one, we have molecular formula and empirical formula. And one more, concentration methods or solution, that is. Okay. So already we discussed this one previous classes, solutions and concentration methods. So these are the main concepts here. I think so done theory very well. We are expecting, but we can see briefly. You can revise. Stoichiometric calculations. First, I think so everyone you have to know how to calculate number of moles by given substance. Number of moles equal to weight by gram atomic mass or weight by gram molecular mass. Only one formula, even we are discussing number of times also, doesn't matter. But who remembered, we are able to apply, that's next. Suppose they given volume, gases we are measuring, volume, that is volume liters by 22.4 liters at STP. Another one, number of particles by Avogadro number. Number of particles by Avogadro number. So these are the formula for number of moles. But number of particles means you make and write number of particles. It may be ions, atoms, molecules, electrons or protons or neutrons. Anything that is. That's anything we call particles. Now we can solve few problems. You can write simply one question. Calculate the number of atoms present in 18 milligrams of C6H12O6. Try to solve this question. Things already done that is. Whatever they given, first find number of moles. Weight by gram molecular weight. Weight is 18 milligrams means 10 power minus 3 by 180 grams. I think so. Glucose 180 only can calculate. This is the number of moles. I hope you know formula. Number of moles equal to number of particles by Avogadro number. So I need here number of particles. That number of particles is the atoms. Okay. So number of atoms equal to number of moles into Avogadro number into atomicity. Into atomicity. So n equal to how much will get here? So 10 power minus 4. N equal to 10 power minus 4 into Avogadro number 6.023 into 10 power 23. Atomicity means number of atoms present in given molecule. Can you calculate total number of atoms? So 24. If you calculate, this is the answer. Whatever you are getting, that's your final answer. Clear? So number of atoms equal to Avogadro number into number of moles into atomicity. What is atomicity means? Number of atoms present in the given molecule. So here how many atoms? I'm asking total number of atoms. They may can ask only carbon, only hydrogen, only oxygen also. One more question. We can close this concept. Calculate the number of valency electrons in N3 minus. Calculate the number of valence electrons of N3 minus. If its weight is take weight 4.8 grams. Calculate the number of valence electrons present in 4.8 grams of N3 minus ion. Calculate the valence electrons. Valence electrons. Okay. Only valence electrons. Calculate the number of valence electrons present in 4.8 grams of N3 minus ion. So you may can see whatever they are given. First you have to calculate number of moles. That is a fix. Blindly you can follow that is. Weight by gram molecular mass. So weight they given 4.8 grams. What is the N3 minus weight? Each nitrogen how much? 14 grams. So total 42. This 42 is the gram molecular mass. So how much will you get here? Number of moles approximately 0.114 is the number of moles. So they're asking total number of valence electrons. So again same thing. Electrons are particles, whatever they given. Number of particles or electrons equal to n into Avogadro number into how many electrons they have total. So N3 minus each nitrogen valence electrons how many? 5. Can I take 5? Nitrogen 1s2, sorry 2s2, 2p3. So total 5 is the valence electrons. So nitrogen have each nitrogen 5 electrons, total 15 plus extra minus is there, so 16 electrons. N3 minus valence electrons equal to 3 into 5 plus 1 electron, total 16 electrons. So I can use here in place of total number of electrons is 16. N is how much you got? 0.114 into Avogadro number into electrons. I think so you can find here 0.114 into 16 into Avogadro number. This is the your answer. Okay. Now we can go directly. The things you understood. We are using only one formula, number of moles. One more important concept is limiting reagent. You can come back later based on these problems. First, you can complete limiting reagent. Limiting reagent. I hope you know very well limiting reagent meaning. If any reaction, if they given two or more reactants, one of the reactant is less amount present than requirement amount, that will decide the how much product formation. That will decide how much product going to be formed. For example, H2 plus O2 can balance equation 2H2O. This is according to equation. If suppose I am giving here, this is 6 grams, and this is I am giving here 34 grams. You can take 34. Is it 40 grams? Suppose I am taking here 40 grams. To use weight. And take here 8 grams, and this is 40 grams, which is the limiting reagent. So you can see simply, we know that one according to equation 2H2O. 2H2 means 4 grams and O2 means 32 grams. It will give 2 into 18 grams. Is it correct? So 4 grams of oxygen required to react. So 4 grams of hydrogen required to react with 32 grams of oxygen. It will form 2 into 18 grams of water. But the question they given, so suppose 8 grams this is hydrogen, how much this is? So double of oxygen. So this 32, it may require 64 grams. It may require 64 grams. Now we can see, but in the question they are given only 40 grams, which is the limiting reagent here. Oxygen is the limiting reagent. For 8 grams of hydrogen, we require supposed to be 64 grams, but they are given only 40 grams. So once you find limiting reagent, then you make and calculate according to equation. So how much water you will get here? 32 grams will give 2 into 18 grams, but in the question they given only 40 grams. So 40 grams will give how much? So that's your answer. 2 into 18 into 40 by 32. So here, don't think that one by looking number which is limiting reagent. Don't decide that point. Okay, this is 8, but this is 40. But by looking this is small amount, that's the limiting reagent. No. First calculate according to equation how much requirement is there. We know that 4 grams of hydrogen because 2H2 require 32 grams of oxygen. Then 8 grams require how much? 64. But how much they given here? 40. So this is the limiting reagent. Once you find limiting reagent, according to that we need to calculate. Clear? So one more question you can try. Try to note down this question. 11.2 liters of nitrogen reacted with 11.2 liters of nitrogen reacted with 11.2 liters of H2 and forms ammonia. These are gas state and measured at STP conditions. Calculate the how many liters of ammonia formed at STP conditions. Very simple. 11.2 liters of nitrogen reacted with 11.2 liters of hydrogen. So how much ammonia will form at STP conditions? right? So first write equation N2 plus whatever they given, first write balancing equation 2NH3. So this is 1 mole, or you can assume that one this is 3 moles, 2 moles. I hope you know 1 mole means 22.4 liters. This required 3 into 22.4 liters, and we'll get 2 into 22.4 liters at STP conditions. So which is the limiting reagent here? I think so hydrogen. 22.4 required 3 into 20.4. If 11.2 means how much we'll get? 1.5 into 22.4 required. But they're given here less amount. So this is the limiting reagent. Hydrogen is the limiting reagent. We know that one. 3 into 22.4 liters will give 2 into 20.4. Then 11.2 liters will give how much? This is the question. So first find which is the limiting reagent. Here limiting reagent is hydrogen. So once you find limiting reagent, according to limiting reagent, we need to calculate. Okay. So this according to equation 3 into 20.4 will give 2 into 22.4. Then 11.2 will give how much? Can you calculate up to n? 2 into 22.4. Mostly have little bit more confidence. We can do up to n, but most of the people they are not getting answers. I hope you can calculate 2 into 11.2 by 3. This is your answer. And things you understood limiting reagent. You can do one stoichiometry problem, which is things already done these questions, but one more time. Now we can do or not. Check only remembered or not. That's enough. Try to note down this question. For the following reaction, the mass of water produced from the mass of water produced from 445 grams of C57H110O6 is. Question is, for the following reaction, the mass of water produced from 445 grams of C57H110O6 is. I'm giving equation, just balancing a combustion equation. Take 2 moles of C57H110O6 plus 163. I hope you can balance. Even they are not giving equation, you need to balance. After balancing only, you have to start solving problem. Before balancing, don't try these things. CO2 plus 110H2. Can you try? From 445 grams of this given compound, how much water will get? First, you need to calculate molecular weight. Try and give answer. Done? I think so you can calculate what is the weight of this compound. We are getting total weight. $890. This total weight is 890 grams. This will give how much? Water 110 into 18 grams. Then 445 grams will give how much? Let's calculate. That's your answer. We'll try. So which we are getting, that's going to be answer. Calculate. This is also, I think so done already all these questions. 2019 JEE Mains. And we are going to discuss one more concept. Most of the questions we are getting, I think remaining, you know that one 2 into vapor density equal to molecular weight and empirical formula, molecular formula. Empirical formula, molecular formula, they are not giving nowadays any questions. Even they are giving, you can try. Weight percentage composition, you can find. Percentage composition. Okay. I think so you can find out weight of given compound by total weight. Total weight into 100 is the percentage composition. Calculate the carbon percentage in methane. Carbon percentage in methane. How much you get? Percentage of carbon equal to carbon weight how much? 12 grams. By total weight how much? 16 grams into 100. That's your answer. Percentage of composition. This is the way you need to calculate. You can try even carbon percentage in glucose. Like different compounds you can try. By giving percentage, you can find out empirical formula. What is empirical formula? Empirical formula is the simplest formula of given compound. For example, C6H6. What is the empirical formula? CH. What is the simplest ratio? CH. C2H2. Acetylene. What is the empirical formula? CH. So you make and try all these things. Maybe different compounds have same empirical formula, but different molecular formula. You may can get same formula, glucose and acetic acid. We get same empirical formula again. So different compounds have same empirical formula. Once you got empirical formula, you can try molecular formula also. What is the relation between empirical formula and molecular formula? Empirical formula and molecular formula relation. Molecular formula equal to empirical formula into N. N equal to molecular formula mass by empirical formula mass. Clear? So this is the find out. How to find out empirical formula? Some process is there. Anyway, they won't do nowadays that type of questions because 1 minute you have to 1 or 2 minutes you have to solve one question. If they given, also you can try. Easy that is. I can do other important methods still. I need to discuss here concentration methods, which is more direct questions we'll discuss. Concentration methods. I think so already you people will discuss recently solution one chapter. Molality, you know that molarity formula, you know, I hope. Molality, normality, mole fraction. So most of the time they're asking questions based on these 4. Now we can solve one question directly. What is the mole fraction formula? Suppose XA equal to Na by Na plus Nb, if that is 2 component solution. Question is here. Try to solve this question now. 8 grams of NaOH is dissolved in 8 grams of NaOH is dissolved in 18 grams of H2O. Calculate mole fraction. I hope you know if only two components means XA plus XB equal to always 1. Can you try? In examination, they want to give difficult calculations, very simple calculation they will give. But you may get in Saker's papers, little bit difficult question, means calculations. Done? So here we can find out number of moles of NaOH. How much? NaOH and NaOH. N of NaOH is 8 by 40, 1 by 5. Then H2O 18 by 18, 1. Then mole fraction of NaOH equal to X NaOH 1 by 5 by 1 plus 1 by 5. So we'll get approximately 0.167. Try one more question. A solution of sodium sulfate contains 92 grams of Na plus ions per kilogram. This contains sodium sulfate per kg. 92 grams of Na plus ions present in per kg of water. Calculate molality of Na plus. Calculate molality of Na plus. My question is very clear. Calculate molality of Na plus. So molality equal formula given mass by gram molecular mass into 1000 by W grams of only solvent. But here I don't want to take in grams, only solvent. So W they given 92 grams by only Na plus I am asking. So Na plus how much? 23. Anyway, they given per kg. So 1 by 1. Get approximate answer 4 mole per kg. So my question is only with respect to Na plus I am asking molality. And one more important one is even they're asking number of times ppm, one more method, parts per million. So parts per million ppm we are expressing, this is the amount of solute which is present very less, very less. In that case we are going to take ppm. Generally you can calculate for 1 liter, but here we are going to take 10 power 6 parts. we are taking just 1000 parts, we won't get much more amount. Clear? So parts per million, ppm equal to weight of given compound, especially I'm taking in terms of calcium carbonate, weight of calcium carbonate by weight of solution. This is solution, but keep in mind that weight is very less. That's why I'm taking mostly solvent only here, per 10 power 6. This is the basic formula. If you see in last 2 years papers, we have most of the questions from this instead of molarity normality. And before that one again, so whatever they have, what is the degree of hardness? I hope you know that one, which salts causes but degree of hardness, temporary is there and permanent is there. Temporary means calcium, magnesium, bicarbonates, is it correct? Bicarbonates with respect to HCO3 minus. Now what is the permanent hardness? Calcium, magnesium, chlorides, sulfates. These are the main responsible for degree of hardness of water and their concentration, which is the salts which how much is present in given water. That's we are going to be measured in terms of ppm. Clear? So now we can try to solve some problems. Before that one, I need to little bit elaborate this one. I hope you noted down ppm means. So 1 mole of or 100 grams of CaCO3 equal to, you can take 1 mole of CaCl2. Okay, because this is a permanent hardness, CaCl2 can take 1 mole of CaCl2, nothing but 111 grams of CaCl2. So in the given solution, you have 111 grams equal to how much ppm? That is 100 ppm. If you have magnesium sulfate, can calculate magnesium sulfate weight? I think so, 120 grams. Can calculate MgSO4 weight? Yeah, this 96 plus 24. And 120 grams of magnesium sulfate equal to 100 grams of CaCO3. You need to know all these things. I didn't calculate weight, you can try MgCl2. How many grams? I don't know, you can write. Calculate here grams of MgCl2. If you have all these things listed out, any idea, then you can do that one. Okay. Next MgCl2, CaCl2, CaSO4 also you can take. You can write here weight. Even temporary hardness also you can express bicarbonate. But here 2 moles of bicarbonate. Here CaCO3 equal to 2 moles. All these are valency is 2. Okay. But here HCO3 minus 2 moles they are going to be given. For example, here CaHCO3. Dissociate will get Ca2 plus 2 moles of HCO3 minus. So you can take complete this one, whatever weight. So mostly they're asking questions based on this. Can try at least one question. The hardness of water sample. So whatever they're given, you have to equal to weight of calcium carbonate. If 120 grams equal to 100 ppm, if they given suppose half of the weight, then calculate how much. We'll try one problem you may can get. Question is the hardness of water sample. The hardness of a water sample in terms of equivalence of CaCO3. contains 10 power minus 3 m CaSO4 is, the given CaSO4 molecular weight is, I hope you can calculate, 136 grams they given. So first you can find out weight. Front you can find out weight, otherwise you can use directly also. Can you get answer? This is how much? I know that 1 mole CaCO3 equal to 1 mole CaSO4. Here, so this is 10 power minus 3 m means molarity equal to n by v liters. I can get answer. So I need to find out number of moles. M equal to 10 power minus 3 into v is 1 liter, nothing but n equal to 10 power minus 3 moles. 10 power minus 3 moles of CaSO4 equal to 10 power minus 3 moles of calcium carbonate. Can I take? You can get. What is the ppm formula, sir? Very simple. Weight of CaCO3 by weight of solution into 10 power 6. I know here number of moles of CaCO3. How to convert into weight? Today also discuss that one, n equal to weight by given molecular mass. You can find out weight of CaCO3. So number of moles how much here? 10 power minus 3 into weight how much? 100 by, for how many liters? 1 liter. Means I can take 1000, 1 liter equal to 1 kg I can take, into 10 power 6. How much will get here? 100 ppm. Just I'm substituting here weight of CaCO3. I find first number of moles. The number of moles into molecular weight is the weight. From this formula already we know from basic. I substituted 10 power minus 3 into 100. Weight of solution, this is molarity per liter. 1 liter equal to 1000 ml, nothing but density is 1000 grams I can take. That's the reason I substituted here 1000 grams into 10 power 6 in your basic formula. How much will get here? 100 ppm. Clear? But some questions you will get. Calculate the degree of hardness in terms of calcium carbonate only. Calculate the degree of hardness in terms of calcium carbonate. If they contain here, for example here, wait, I will give weight 55.5 grams of CaCl2 plus next 60 grams of MgSO4 present both. These are dissolved in 1 liter of solution, present in 1 liter. 1 liter of solution. So calculate the degree of hardness in terms of calcium carbonate. In terms of calcium carbonate. Here they given two salts. We need to calculate total. Our target very simple. ppm equal to weight of calcium carbonate by weight of solution into 10 power 6. This is our formula. Very simple our concept. So I need to calculate first weight of CaCO3. Can you try anyone? So today only given, I think so. 100 grams of CaCO3 equal to how much? 111 grams of CaCl2. Is it correct? But how much I given here? 55.5. So 55.5 means how much? Half of this weight? Approximately you can take half of this weight. 111 equal to 100 grams means 55.5 means only 50 grams. Sorry, 50 grams of CaCO3. Then can you try magnesium sulfate? 120 equal to 100 grams. Then 60 grams equal to how much? Again 50 grams. Again 50 grams of CaCO3. So what is the total weight of CaCO3 we are getting here? 100 grams of CaCO3. Substitute here. Total is 100 grams of CaCO3. Weight of solution how much? This is per liter I given. So this is 1000 into 10 power 6. This is common 10 power 6. Now calculate. So approximately this is 10 power how much? 5. I think this 8, 10 power 5 I think is approximate ppm. So my intensity is simple. Here even they given different salts also. Don't confuse that one. Add all the weights in terms of calcium carbonate, then substitute, you will get answer. That's my intensity. Any doubt here up to this? I hope you understood. If you have doubts, anything you can share. This any questions based on this one, you can try today. I think recent years they given good number of questions based on this one. For more small concept, volume strength. Of H2O2. This is little bit more important. They're asking questions this also. Volume strength means generally we are expressing concentration, molarity, normality, weight by weight percent, strength of solutions. But these special methods, that's why we are expressing. Here we are measuring at STP conditions. H2O2, 2 moles you can take. Right, dissociation what you will get? 2H2O. This is liquid plus O2 gas. But all these things they are measuring at STP conditions. Keep in mind. That too for 1 liter solution they are taking. These are dissolving 1 liter. Now we can see 2 moles means 2 into 34 grams of H2O2 will give how much? 1 mole. This is 1 mole equal to how much you can expect? 22.4 liters. 22.4 liters. So volume strength means given H2O2, how much O2 will produce? Okay, we are expressing H2O2 concentration in terms of O2. In terms of O2, that's we called volume strength. That depends upon purity of H2O2. I am taking here 100% purity. That is the reason I am taking here. Assume that when all these H2O dissolve in 1 liter of solution. So if I am taking this is 2 into 34. 34 grams of suppose I am taking. How much will get here? 11.2 liters. Is it correct? 11.2 liters. 34 grams means how many moles? One mole. Then 17 grams means So this is 34 grams. If 17 grams, how much? 5.6 liters. Now we know that one, suppose is 34 grams dissolve in 1 liter of solution. 34 grams dissolve in 1 liter of solution. So what we call weight per liter, nothing but strength of solution. Can I say that word? Strength of solution, nothing but gram per liter. That's we call strength of solution. So strength of solution, nothing but 17. See here, if 34 grams is worth 1 mole, if I'm taking 17 grams means 17 gram per liter. If 17 gram per liter equal to how much they are providing volume? 5.6 liters. If you are taking 34 grams per liter means 11.2 liters. This is strength of solution. Keep in mind gram per liter. I need W by V percent. What's the meaning? W grams in per 100 ml. This is per liter. If 100 ml, how much? See, 17 grams per 1000 ml. If 100 ml means 1.7 grams. So 1.7 grams per 100 ml. This is okay. VML I'm taking. This is also 5.6 liters. You get, but this is W by V percent. But anyway, 34 grams they mention. This is per liter means 11.2 liters. 34 grams nothing but molarity. I can calculate weight by gram molecular mass into 1000 by VML. So weight is 34 grams, marker weight also 34. For example, 1 liter I am taking, you will get 1. So 1 M solution of H2O2. How much this is? What we are getting? 11.2 liters. So 17 grams you are taking per liter. Previous we can see this is 17 grams per liter means 5.6 liters. 34 grams per liter means 11.2 liters. Suppose 17 grams per liter dissolve. How much will get? 5.6 liters. So 34 grams is 11.2 liters, nothing but 1 M solution. If 70 grams means how much will get? Normality, what is the normality equal to? Weight by gram equivalent weight into 1000 by VML. So I know 17 grams equivalent weight also 17. We'll get here 1 normality. 1 normality nothing but here 5.6 liters. Even we can calculate from here. So finally we are getting one small relation, that is 1.7 W by V percent or percentage of H2O2 equal to 17 gram per liter. 17 gram means how much? 5.6 liter. Gram per liter equal to, you make and write here one normality also. 17 grams per liter nothing but 1 normality equal to how many liters we are getting? 5.6 liters of O2, nothing but 8 grams of O2. I hope you know that one. 22.4 liters equal to 1 mole of O2. 1 mole nothing but 32 grams. So if 5.6 liters means how much? X. We will get again 8 grams. So how much oxygen we are getting? This is the whole relation. Try to keep in mind. 1.7. This is W by V percent. Keep in mind. W by V percent. Volume is per 100 ml. I hope you noted down. And one more small relation. volume strength of H2O2 into volume of H2O2 equal to, I'm giving one more formula, right? Volume strength of H2O2 into volume of H2O2 equal to volume of O2 at STP. Write this one more line. You may can say that is 1.7 W by V percent of H2O2 equal to 5.6 volume. I can say this is volume. This is okay. Suppose I am taking here 3% W by V equal to how much? X value can calculate, will get approximately 10 volume. This class only, nothing. So generally H2O2 solution we are marking. If you want, we can see medical shop also. Just go and ask, give me hydrogen peroxide. They will give that bottle. Just look that one, that label, how much percentage they given. Percentage they given 3%. After looking, you can give back. You don't want that is okay. Just go and ask. Just look all the percentage and concentration. Measure that one. Then again give back. Any medical shop they have that one. So generally H2O2 we are measuring 3%. Okay. 3% solution of H2O2. This is the marking that one. So 3% equal to how much volume we are getting? 10. Now only calculated 1.7%. Already we proved that one equal to 5.6 volume. This volume nothing but what is that? Volume of O2, that is volume of O2 at STP they are giving. Same this is. If 3% means how much you will get? Simple testable calculations. If 30% means 3% is 10, then 30% 100. Very simple. 100 volume. You can try one question based on this. Anyway, next redox reaction also we are going to be continue this one. Here they given one question 2019 only, but still you can find remaining questions also. J means the volume strength of 1m H2O2 is the volume strength of 1m H2O2 is already be given 34 grams, nothing but 1m, nothing but 11.2 liters. Direct question, you don't want solve also question. Here, otherwise 17 gram per liter equal to 5.6 liters. Then 34 grams equal to how much? 1m means how much? 34 grams molarity. Otherwise 17 grams equal to 5.6 and 34 equal to how much? So these are the which we are expecting concepts. Don't expect in one class you can do everything. So just we are discussing idea purpose, and you can try your best. If you have any doubts, you can share. We'll discuss those also. And next chapter is we are going to discuss atomic structure. In that concept, if we send most of the people a particular topic, you have more doubts means we'll discuss more time that concept, and we'll skip remaining. Okay. If any doubts you can send, we'll see that one. Things are class up to 3:20. Next class we are going to discuss atomic structure.